So this is basically our team. So I'm the product owner and this is everyone else. Mahesh is the Scrum Master. Rest are developers. So if I come to the product vision board, so our vision is basically to increase the customer base and reduce customer acquisition spend by eliminating middlemen, because customers are able to directly purchase whatever they need from the web application. The positive change this brings is that it reduces fixed costs, like to do with like paying rents and things like warehousing, all of that. And, basically having offline stores and things like that, because you now operate from a central warehouse and then you just have a website where people can buy things from. So reduces fixed costs. And we also get direct feedback from the customer on the website based on how they're using the website. What is it that they're purchasing? What is it that they're just looking at? So we really know what products are popular and not. Coming to the target group. So this is individuals and consumers. Other consumers include SMEs and other commercial consumers, who purchase these products. Needs. So the problem which the product solves, I think it offers convenience to the end customer because they don't need to go into store to purchase any of this. And it also allows comparison between different products and allows them to leave reviews, which allows better comparison when someone returns to the site. And then coming to what product this is. So it's a web application. And we believe it's feasible to develop this with the right team. And what makes this product stand out is that the way it is created is that it's easy to access, and we offer 24/7 support, customer support on it. So which makes the shopping experience of the customer pain-free. And it is also localized in that the website is offered in different languages. Customer can easily read whatever they need to. The business goals. So how is the product going to benefit the company? This product allows direct selling to the customer. So we eliminate middlemen here. And this and the way the customer and the way the website is created, the layout of it and its functionalities improve customer satisfaction. And there's also faster time to market because there are no middlemen. So this increases return on investment due to cost optimization that we mentioned before. So that's not just operating, but also fixed costs and no middleman commissions, like we mentioned. So the business goal is increasing revenue generation by whatever X%, and then optimizing the costs and improving sales and marketing. And basically, there's better reachability.
Okay, sorry, the time's up for you, Swati. Let me go to team 2.
Yeah.
And that would be Nimisa.
Yes. So hi everyone, I'm the product owner for team 2 and Kingsley David is the Scrum Master and the entire team, the rest of the team is the developer. Our vision for the product is to create a product with a global presence that can cater to the electronic needs of the people, and also people can have a look at the wide range of products we have to offer. And we are trying to look at the global customers. And the target group is the people who generally come online to buy, purchase any kind of electronics. So all age groups and of all income backgrounds. Especially we want to target wholesale and bulk orders companies, so that present we don't get many bulk orders. So with an online presence, we want to target the audience who want to place orders on bulk. And definitely we want to increase the customer, the retail customer as well. Then what needs are we trying to cater to is at present it's our store just it is flourishing, but it's flourishing on the basis of word of mouth. And also they don't have to come to the store. Sometimes there's no some products are not on stock, so they can get a better idea on the inventory from that website. And also they can get a better understanding of the quality and the consumption aspect of the product from the ratings and the reviews that will be available on the website. And we will have all varieties of payment modes, that is cards, UPI. So that will also be a mode of convenience for the users to pay. And coming to the product, what is the product? So we are coming up with an e-commerce web application wherein the users, we will try to capture the user's presence online, and based on that we'll give them a personalized product recommendation, which will help them to save that time and also get the right product for themselves. Also, we will give them an idea of what upcoming products we are building, so that they are aware of our development in this field, electronic store. And we will also give them an access to ease of tracking, so they can track how long the product will reach them, or how long will it get to fulfill.
Time's up.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm the product owner. Debanjali, Divya, Sundaram, Uma, Nikunj are the developers, and Ankur is the Scrum Master from our team. So basically, I'm going to explain what is the product vision board here. So the first question was what is your motivation for creating the product? So the customer satisfaction, of course, with the value addition by meeting stakeholder expectations, meeting timeline, eliminate the waste like manual intervention like that. So basically, my focus is for automation. Which positive change should it bring about is, of course, the profit margin and growth of the business and easy maintenance. So the target audience is commercial consumers and individual, like anyone can buy from the website. The need of the business growth, largest audience, more sales, accessible to everyone. And as I already explained, like automation, so that easily accessible by everyone. And there is no manual intervention, no human intervention. Okay. And the next is product. What product it is and what make it stand out. So the product is e-commerce website of webcam, laptop, smartphones, etc., like electronic appliances. And basically what makes it stand out is the user-friendly web design, transparent brand information, pages, highly responsive site, personalized product recommendations, fast checkout process, stable and secure, of course, and the web hosting for all the appliances. It is feasible to develop the product? Yes, definitely. And the business goal, how it is the product going to benefit the company? More sale, more revenue. Store will be more recognized and popular by using the advertisement and all. And that is easy when you are using the e-commerce. Okay. And make a store online. So we have created, as a team, we have created product backlogs, whatever we have understood. So we need, so first backlog is we need to portal of the single website, one for the admin and one for the customer. And another one is as a customer panel, I want the list of the product features, search options, payment method, shipping charges, and categories. So we have divided those in two parts, as a customer and as an admin portal. So as a customer, sign up page, login page, and as a guest, they can also easily, they no need to sign up and they can easily get into the website and purchase the product. And review and rating, of course. Admin portal is handling all the category, subcategory.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you. Almost on time. Yeah. So thank you for that. Nicely done by all the three product owners. Can either of you define what is a product backlog? Nivsha, go ahead.
So the list of activities, I'm just giving a word, activities we need to perform on our product, like if it's a website, even the smaller details like the login, registration, these all the action items, we divide it into single components, and then those are the backlog items.
Maybe.
I think we are dividing the work in sub-segments and in a broader way, and then we can define the user story and subtask to divide into the parts so that we can accomplish in within the time window.
All right, hold on. Okay, the most important skill that is required by a Scrum Master is to be an active listener, which means that you need to listen to understand, not just to respond. What was my question? Can any of you define what is a product backlog? So what I'm looking for, definition of product backlog.
An ordered list of the known requirements.
Thank you, Megha. An ordered list of known requirements. So I see all the three teams have created some known requirements, have put up that on the product backlog. But is it ordered? Product owners? That was your job.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was your
I
job.
think ours was ordered.
Okay, so that would be team 1. Let me quickly bring up the screen and let's just look at the product backlog of team 1. Okay, here it is. So what are we doing here in the product backlog? Which technology? Trying to decide that. Designing, hosting of website, develop the product catalog, payment gateways. If I give this to my developers, will they be able to build a product out of it?
No, it's not granular enough.
Okay. If I go ahead and build, maybe let's say I just come up with the good design, will it be usable by my end users? Will it serve any purpose to my end users?
I think you need to involve end users in what they would like, how they would like the website to be, that you can feed that back into the developers team.
So which of the product owner actually reached out to the stakeholder to understand why this product needs to be built?
Not us.
None of us. Why? Oh, because I am the product owner and I'm going to make the decisions. That's not how it works, right? Yes, I am product owner. I'm going to make decisions, definitely. But I need the input from my stakeholders. As a product owner, okay, and again, we are not wearing the hat of product owner, right? We are still wearing the hat of engineers, correct? The moment we see a problem, we try to solve it. Instead of going ahead and building this entire product backlog, if you would have gone back to the stakeholder and asked, hey, you have an electronic store, why don't you just become an affiliate to Amazon? Or why don't you just create your selling account on Amazon instead of spending all of this amount on a developers group and build a new website for you? Would not have that solved my purpose? Wouldn't I be thankful to you for saving a lot of money for me? No, but we have EMIs to pay, so we need work, right? So if someone comes with whatever idea, we are just going to build it because that's what we do. Okay, that's not what a product owner is supposed to do. That's what we have to help our product owner to understand, that his job is not to say yes to everything, or her job is not to say yes to everything. They need to say no. They need to understand what can be built, what has to be built, and what should be dropped. If they are not doing that, and if they keep saying yes to everything, then you are going to end up with a product backlog that may have 100 of requirement into it. And let's say, for simplicity of our example, you have 100 requirements on your backlog. Each requirement takes 1 month to build. That means you are going to finish up the 100th requirement in 100 months from now, which will be like what? 8 years down the line? Do you know that the product owner will have enough money to support you for 8 years? Do you know that it makes sense to build such a product? Probably not. So what needs to be done? Help product owner order the product backlog in a way that generates value for our customers. How are we going to do that? Well, there are few techniques which are not part of Scrum. Okay, but as a Scrum Master, knowing this might help you to help your product owner. What are some of these techniques? Let's explore. First and foremost is understanding what kind of functionalities a product should have. There is a model called Kano Model that helps us to do just that. Anyone has heard about it? Kano Model? It has 2 dimensions. One is about the customer satisfaction. Okay, at the top, customers highly satisfied. At the bottom, customers not so satisfied. Okay. The other dimension is about functions implemented. Okay, to the left, no functions implemented. To the right, all functions implemented. Okay, now what is the most basic need of a phone?
Take calls.
To make a call, correct? Or receive a call, or to send a message and receive a message, right? That is the most basic functionality. Now, if you are building a new product, which you are going to make, which are you going to name as a phone, but it is not able to make a call or receive a call, will it make your customers happy or satisfied? Definitely not, right? That is the basic functionality. That is the bare minimum thing that you need to put into your product. These functionalities are called basic. Without this, your product will not be accepted in the market. These functionalities do not have any impact on your customer satisfaction. If you don't apply them, definitely your customers are going to be unhappy. But even if you apply them fully implemented, then also your customers are not very happy. Okay. The second aspect of the product is its performance. okay, the better the performance of your product, more happy customers. Okay, for example, when we started with all these handsets and mobiles, right, 20 years ago, having 1 GB of RAM or 1 GB of ROM to store your data was awesome. Today, if I tell you that, oh, my phone just has 1 GB of ROM, what will happen? No one comes to my phone, right? Today, we are having 1 TB of data easily stored in your phones. Huge performance difference. However, there is a third set of functionality which is called as delighters. If they are not implemented, they do not impact your customer satisfaction much, because customers do not envision those functionalities in your product. They don't even care whether those functionalities are there or not. However, the moment you put that functionality in your product, customers are highly satisfied. 20 years ago, you just had a phone which looked like a brick from where you can make a call, nothing more. And then someone thought, let me put a camera into it. Now you have a camera on your phone and you can click pictures anywhere. You don't have to carry your camera around. Did that delighted the customer?
Yes.
At that time? Absolutely. Okay. Today, if I tell I don't have a camera on my phone, probably we will not be happy. Why? Because that once what was a delighter has now become a basic need, right? A basic attribute of the product. A product owner has to strike a balance between these various categories, these various types of requirements when the product owner is organizing the product backlog. Okay, maybe in the initial states, there would be a lot of focus on basic functionality. At a later state, there will be more focus on the delighters. Okay, how do we do that? Typically, we focus on what is called as emergent architecture. That is, in your initial sprints, okay, you may have a lot of focus typically on functionalities that are related to, architecture, design, or code, or reusability or modularity of your product. Okay. However, at the same time, you are going to build some amount of business functionality along with your needed architecture and design. And as the sprints go by, the focus on this business functionality increases. Okay, that's how you strike balance between all the various categories of the product backlog. Okay, this is in Scrum, this is called as emergent architecture. We are focused on addressing the architecture along with the business needs. Architecture design will evolve along with the product. You don't spend too much time beforehand to build your architecture. You don't do a big upfront design. You don't do a big upfront architecture. No.
So basically, this is a direct correlation, Piyush, right? The more improvement and enhancement we wish to see in a product, the more robust the design or architecture will be gradually.
Absolutely. Makes sense? Okay. So that's how we have to strike the balance. If our product owner does not know that, our product owner only focuses on the business functionality, sooner or later we will end up in a situation where we will have a lot of technical debt. Okay, we'll not be able to make any new business functionality. Okay. Now, what we need to also understand along with this is whenever we are trying to build a product, we need to focus on two different aspects. Okay, that is, are we building the right product? Okay, and are we building it right? If you're on the bottom left quadrant, that is, you are typically not building the right product, that is, you're not solving any business need or customer's need, plus you're not paying attention to the quality of your product, then you will end up in a situation where there is no hope for your product. No one wants to use it. If you're on the top left quadrant, where you're building the right product, but you're not paying attention to the quality, that means, yes, you're solving some need or you're meeting some need of your customer, but you don't pay attention to the quality, then what happens? You end up with defects. You end up with technical debt. Result, your customers are always going to remember you every time they use your product with all the possible adjectives that they know, right? You don't want to end up in that situation. Super.
Yeah.
We also don't want to end up in the situation where we are on the bottom right side, where we are paying the most attention to the quality, but we are not solving a business problem. We are not meeting a customer's need. Here what happens, here you will have to do a lot of rework to address what customers want. You might even have to, scrap your existing product and start something new. So that is a waste. We need to avoid that. We need to help our team focus on this area, top right quadrant, where we are building the right product and we are building it in the right way. Acceptance criteria of your requirements typically helps you to identify if you are building the right product. And the definition of done that we discussed yesterday helps you to determine if you are building it in the right way or not. Make sense? Now, the next step for the product owner is to, okay, I understand that I need to build the right thing. I also understand that I have to pay attention to the quality. And I also understand that I need to meet the basic performance and delighters categories of the requirements. But how do I go ahead and build these requirements? How do I create these requirements? Okay. And knowing your customers, knowing your users is quite helpful in such a situation. Okay, because your users, your customers behave in different ways, and how they behave, what they want, knowing that will often help you. There are many different techniques. One of the technique is called as personas. Okay, where you create personas of your users and you use that to identify their needs. Okay, that you can do. Not part of Scrum. Okay, not part of our course also. So we'll not dive deeper into it. But there is another simple technique that I mentioned earlier, which we call as user story mapping. This helps you not only to identify the requirements, but this also helps you to create a roadmap for your product. Okay, how? Let's say we are trying to build an electronics web store. Okay, a user comes to our electronic web store. What are the things that the user is going to do? The first thing, probably the user is going to come and visit our home page. Now what next? Probably search for the products that they want to buy. Okay, maybe view the details of the product. Maybe add it to a cart, that is probably shop. Maybe then make payments. Correct. Once the payment is done, probably follow up on the order, and finally maybe ship it. Okay, these are all the things that typically might happen at an electronic web store. Quite possible. Okay. This structure is often called as the backbone of the user story map. This is typically a narrative flow or a navigational flow for your user. This is how an end user is going to use your product. Okay. Now, on the homepage, what are the things that can happen? Well, on the homepage, we can showcase various categories of the product. Okay, we can allow people to watch some advertisements. Okay, we can show an opportunity to search for the product. We can also go and showcase what is the deal of the day. Maybe there could be many more such functionalities that you would want to list up on your homepage. Quite possible. All right. How do we want to search our product? Well, we can search our product in many different ways. We can search product by the category of the product. Okay, by the brand of the product, maybe
price, high low price
of the product, or the size of the product,
release of the product.
Release of the product, whether it's a new,
Okay, release of the product. When was the product released? Yeah. Okay. Then what happens? Then we go to the
bestseller types.
Yeah. Right. So you may have this all different types of searches possible on your products. Okay. Once you have searched the product, once you have identified the product, then what you need to do? You need to see the product details. Okay. So maybe product details. Okay. You might also want to view probably related products. What are similar products? You might want to compare the products.
Yes.
Okay. You might want to see the review about the product or the rating about the product, how it fares with other products. Correct? Might happen. Then what happens when you are trying to shop the product? Probably you will add it to a cart. Okay. Maybe you would want to change the quantity, 1 or 2 or 3, I don't know. right?
Add more quantity or reduce.
Yeah, reduce
whatever.
the quantity. Okay. Probably this will also impact the pricing, right? Some pricing mechanism.
Right. For two, maybe you pay less amount.
Yeah.
Or
Some kind of deals or coupon application. Correct. This might happen. Okay. Then is the next step is to pay for it, right? That's how we are going to buy the product. So we can choose payment options, whether it is credit card or net banking or something else. Okay. Probably you
cash
can
on delivery also.
Yeah. You can save this information for future use, right? You might want to send a notification that payment is successful and the order is created, something like that. Okay, quite possible. Or you may just want to cancel the entire thing that you have done so far, right? Then what happens? Then the order is created. So order generation. Okay, when order is created, then probably you will have to manage the inventory. Correct. Maybe you will have to create a shipping label appropriately. Okay, you might have to calculate shipping charges. Not sure if it happens here or at a later stage, but you might have to pay attention to that. Correct. Once this is done, you might have to send another notification that yes, your order is ready and it is shipped or something like that. Correct. Then finally, order would be shipped. Probably you will need some kind of tracking where it is there, in it, what stage it is, and so on and so forth. Okay, these are all the different requirements that can be part of my product backlog when I'm building a electronic web store. Possible? Are these all the requirements? No. Are these the known requirements at this time?
Yes.
Probably yes. What is the next thing required? The next thing required is to go ahead and organize them, order them in a way that will help us to deliver value to our end user. Okay. So can we go ahead and build all of it in one sprint, in 2 sprints, in 3 sprints? We don't really know, right? So what we need to do, we need to establish some kind of release plan. How do we do that? Well, let's figure out what is one or the bare minimum thing that we can do that will help us to deliver end-to-end value. Okay. So can we say that if we just start with categories at home, okay, and then only allow search by category and just list out the product details and probably allow people to add to cart, okay, and nothing else happens, and then probably we allow them to do all of these things, okay, and maybe we just go ahead and take care of order generation and shipping. Rest everything we do it manually. Can this be our basic end-to-end flow of our product?
MVP ho gaya.
Absolutely. This is R1, if you want to call it so, or some people would like to call it the MVP, minimum viable product. Done.
Piyush, could you just quickly re-explain that, please?
Okay. So what we are trying to establish is what we can do at the bare minimum to create an end-to-end flow that will create value for our end users who are coming to our web store. Okay. So if a user comes to my product web store and they can just see the various categories of products that I have, okay, and they are probably able to search through the categories, okay, and they can see the product that are available there and the listing or the details of those products, okay, and then they are able to add it to a shopping cart, make payment for that product, and then get a order ID and then just get a shipping ID. Will that help them to get to a delivery? Probably yes. If not, at least we will get a feedback from them that what is missing, and then we can add that to our evolving product backlog and improve our product. Either way is fine. That makes sense, Swati? Okay, right? So that's our MVP. Now, okay, MVP is done. What is the next best thing we can do? Let's say we can do only this many things in the upcoming section, and this becomes our R2. Okay, and then we go ahead and we pick all of this and we finish all of it, and this becomes our R3. I don't know, or we can just do this much and say, okay, this is our R3 and then this is our R4. Product owner will have to make these calls in coherence with the stakeholders. Product owner will be presenting this kind of user story map or a product backlog based on this, a roadmap to the stakeholders and then asking, is it making sense? Will it help us to deliver value to our customers or not? Okay, and that's how we are going to create our product backlog and our release plan. That makes sense to all?